Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me once again for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. I'm Yvonne. How's it going? And for those of you who are looking for the spot to learn to save money for retirement, you are indeed in the correct place. If at the end of this you decide you'd like to become a member of this community, we will talk about it later. Just enjoy this episode, okay? So we're going to start this the way we always do by me asking you, how are you doing? How are you faring? How is it going? Life is challenging for all of us. We could be struggling with any number of things. And I just want to acknowledge you and let you know I'm thinking of you. I'm wishing the best for you, as is this community. I mean, this is a safe place to come and be, and just we want to think about each other. That's the whole reason for these sessions. We're just thinking about each other, okay? And so, how's it going with me? Pretty well. No real challenges. I'll tell you that I was doing some traveling over the past couple of weeks, and the traveling took me through 4 airports. So, Minneapolis St. Paul was one of them, uh, Salt Lake City was another one, San Francisco was one, and the Seattle Tacoma Airport. And everything's different. You look around, and I hadn't been to some of them for years, and things started to come back to me. I remembered them. But one thing, how expensive things are in the stores. So if you go to the airport looking for food, oh my heavens, it's high. I mean, really, sandwiches running anywhere from $11 to $20. And I was looking for a Diet 7 Up, and I couldn't find any cans of Diet 7 Up or Sprite, whatever. I could not find them. And what I did find, the normal cans of soda, aren't they 12 ounces? I'm kind of doing this from memory. Well, the cans were smaller than the normal ones were. And in many instances, you'd see those cans for $3.99. And I was just stunned. I know stuff is expensive out there. Yeah, that's nothing new, but it was just kind of like, what? I already knew to bring my own food. I had, before leaving home, a sandwich that I cut in half, and half of it was a part of the journey, and then the other half was on the last half of the journey. And of course, I needed to eat once I got to the places I needed to get to. But you don't necessarily want to bring a drink too, so you buy something. I think I settled on water. It was, what was it? $4.39 for a smaller bottle of water. It's like, wow. It is what it is. If you want it, you're going to have to spend it. But just prepare yourselves for that, and maybe bring your own food, which is, I've taken to doing that because I'm just not paying that money. That's just me. So, what shall we chat about today? So, on my journeys, I'm getting toward the end of the Millionaire Next Door. Now, look at all these. I was gonna say dog ear, but little things, note tab thingies to let me know what I was reading, where I was, and then I also have some other stuff down in there too. It's like, oh, this is interesting. Let's talk about this. So, what I'm going to do right now is take you to, where are we? Page 46, 47. Again, we got lots of stuff to chat about. But this one, what interested me was, do you spend a lot of time planning for your financial future? And it took you through steps, different things. And I asked myself, do I spend a lot of time? And I would say yes. I don't know how much. And some of the millionaires next door, they knew how much time they spent figuring out their futures. And, you know, I want to know where I'm going, and I want to spend some time on it, but I don't want to spend so much time it becomes my life's work. Like I said, we're busy. And yeah, personally, I can't spend that kind of time knowing how much time I'm spending. Does that make any sense? I just I just need to note things and kind of move on. One of the things that the millionaires were talking about, and I'm going to stop myself for just a second because the stats that the authors of this book came up with, millionaires who spend no time planning their financial future, about 100 of them. But for those people who do more, it was more like 192 spend time. And I'm wondering, can I count myself in that list of people who are planning? I just don't spend so much time. I know exactly how much time I'm spending. So to me, I want to do what I need to do to be successful, but I can't spend a whole lot of time on it. I cannot. So we're going to take you to the list. Please tell me that by now you have your list going, whether it's on paper or if you do it electronically. We don't care. Whatever works for you is what you do. That's okay. I'm used to writing stuff down. And so what I do is, and I'm stop myself for just half a second. We're going to get onto this in just a minute. But I'm hopeful that by now you have set up some sort of a retirement account, retirement savings. It's done through your employer, or if you're doing it on your own, that's okay. Whatever works for you, just make sure you are doing it and that you are doing it consistently, because that's how we're going to end up getting those balances that we will use in retirement, by knowing that we have to do it, number one, and that we have to be consistent with our contributions, number two. Okay, so please, if you've not done that, get on it. So that first line for me, now you're doing this for a month. That first line is going to be, what is your take-home pay? And in your take-home pay, you've already taken out your retirement savings. So this is after-tax money. Top line, that's where you're going to want to start. And you do this for a month. I get paid twice a month. So then I take what my take-home pay is times 2. So I want to make sure I do that for the month. Then the very next line is pay myself first. So make sure that you are doing that. Now for me, I've got different savings accounts for different savings. I was about to say expenses, but they're really my savings. So I put stuff away for an emergency fund. You never know when you might need that. Number 2, some sort of a vacation fund. We all want to go do something. Just be smart about it. Just put that money away ahead of time so that you're not scrambling and spending money you don't have. So just plan for those kinds of things. Then I have money set aside for my insurance, which I pay that every 6 months. So it's cheaper that way. Look into it, because paying it on a monthly basis, there's a premium set on that. So you're going to pay more money to do, monthly. So if you can, the longest amount of time possible, pay it up front. And for me, for us, my husband and I, we can do up to 6 months. So I pay those insurance bills every 6 months. Cheaper. I put the money away. So that's what I do. And I know I have another one. Oh, taxes. So I know that since 2017, we have owed extra income tax. We used to get a check back prior to 2017, but then the new administration, things changed. So then I owed money during tax season. So I put that money away so I don't have that nasty little surprise. So that's what I mean. Pay yourself first, all of that. Take care of it. Now, once you've done all of that, make sure to note your expenses and be very careful with your expenses. And what I mean by that, there can be creep. One of the expenses I was telling you about was my insurance, how creep. It just got to the point where I can't afford this. So then I went shopping for another provider. And so it knocked my stuff way down. So pay attention to that. If you find you're getting creep, make some adjustments. Find out who you can reach out to spend less for whatever that service is. And I'm finding that I will be looking for a new internet provider. I have some thoughts, so that's something that I'm going to do too. Other things, that there's some things. What are you going to do with your electricity bill? What are you going to do with your gas bill? Just try to be careful, in the use of your utilities. And if you find stuff is going up, I don't know if this happens in your city, but every now and again we'll get a nasty gram from from the gas company or electric company. I can't remember which. And by nasty gram, what I'm saying is they send me a note stating your usage this month is more than it is last month, and it is more than houses in your neighborhood. And it's so funny. Your neighbors use this, but you're using this. So that's what I mean by nasty gram. So I try to keep in mind that I need to watch those expenses. So that's just something for you. And the reason why I do, and I never really paid attention to the why. For me, it was I just needed to know. I needed it in front of me. Because when I did this for the first time, what I recognized is that I was spending more than I was bringing in. We can't have that. That's how come I made adjustments. And this is how I have to be careful. I have to be careful. That's what you do as a responsible adult. You just have to watch for things. And one of the things that was in the Millionaire Next Door is some of those millionaires knew exactly how much they spent to eat out. They knew exactly how much they were paying for clothes, how much they were paying for cleaning supplies. I mean, to the penny, they knew. To me, that's a lot of work. What I tend to do, and you can see, and this is a community where give and take. If what I'm saying, you're like, hey, try this. Hey, respond. Let us know. Help us out. That's what we're doing here. We're just helping each other. So what I tend to do with this is, okay, so I have this money allotted to do whatever. And I have, I have 2 credit cards that I use. It's just the credit cards that are on file with these companies, so it's like, that's fine. But I have an idea of how much they should be every month, and what I spend is up to me. So if it happens to be the groceries, I know about how much I need to spend for groceries, and I know how much I need to have available to pay certain expenses, certain bills, and how much do I have to go out if that's what I want to do. Now, I've already planned for going out, but when I have that bill, I have, okay, just as an example, I'll say, okay, $1,000 a month to do XYZ. So whatever that looks like, however much food I'm buying, however many times I'm going out, whatever my bills are that I'm using the card for, whatever they are, $1,000 needs to cover it. And I watch it from there. Okay, did I go over a little bit? Did I go under a little bit? I just keep a hawk eye on those expenses and make sure. Because remember, if it's not mathing, it's not working for you. So this is what you're bringing in. This is how much you are paying yourself. Pay yourself first. You are more important than those bills are. Then you write down what those expenses are, and then what's the tally, and make sure you are not going over. Do what you have to so that you're not going over. You just want to keep an eye on that, and just knowing that those millionaires next door, the people who are next to you who drive older cars, those people who seem to be saving their pennies, that's what those millionaires are doing. They are keeping a hawk eye on their expenses. So if we want to be a part of that community, we do what we have to do. And before we wrap up, I thought about something. Not everybody wants to plan for retirement. I was talking to some younger people and they said, yes, what they would prefer to do is save to start a business. That's a thought. It's not mine, but I'm respectful of other people's choices and the decisions that they are making. So if in doing all of this you are saving to start your own business, okay, we thumbs up for you. We are cheering you on, and wish the best for you. So, just whatever you are saving for, me, it's retirement because it's on the horizon and I want to be ready for it. I know what it looks like in my mind. I have planned it out on paper. Now the only thing left to do is to keep saving. Well, right now, keep saving and then execute when I'm ready to do that. Okay? Now with that, when we first started this, I said, if you're not a member of the community and you would like to become a member, we would love to have you. So you see where it says subscribe there? Just click it, follow the link, and then what will happen? When I produce these segments, they will come straight to your email box so you can watch them, you can share them. You know somebody who is struggling and needs some help. So just, forward it to them. And the other thing, you can keep them. Just file them away, whatever works for you. Do that. And just know these are completely and totally free. I do these, we are creating our own community, everybody, where, we're not the high net worth people out there. We are building to create a life for ourselves post the 9 to 5. So that's what we're working on. So that's what we're thinking of. That's how we're looking at all of this. So, join us if you'd like to. We'd love to have you. Okay? And with that, we will wind this up. I try to keep these in the 15-minute range. So, we're a little bit over, but, just know we're getting through some stuff, okay? And so thank you for joining me once again for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. And please be good to yourselves. Be good to others. Remember, we are all we've got. So let's just look out for each other, okay? You take care of yourself. And until next time, all right? Bye.